Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight. I've already put up my Monday Night Raw 5-point preview, but one thing that wasn't listed up on WWE.com that I found out is that Mick Foley is scheduled to appear at tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw, coming to you live from Pittsburgh. It's been rumored out there in the Wrestling Observer that Mick Foley is one of the returning legends that is going to have some part in WrestleMania, as well as like Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. It's not really known what Mick Foley is going to be doing at Monday Night Raw or at WrestleMania 32, but my guess is that a lot of these legends, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley, I think a lot of them are going to play into the part of The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon, turning this in sort of like a best of the Attitude Era from the WWF years. I wouldn't be surprised if they use Mick Foley for what they use him for every year before the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. When they were building up Ambrose versus Rollins, they brought Mick Foley down to basically describe that once you get into the Hell in a Cell, once they close the door of that cell, it changes a man. Mick Foley talked about how it changed his whole career. With him falling off of the cell, it was sort of the one thing that sort of everyone remembers Mick Foley for. He gave everything to that match when Undertaker threw him off at the top of the cell and landed down on the announce table. Everyone probably had the same reaction watching that for the first time, of seeing Foley bounce off of the table and just wonder how he survived a fall like that, how he was not broken in half like Jim Ross said, how he just was not dead upon impact, how he was able to get back into the cell and continue to wrestle the match, as well as climbing back on top of the cell to only fall through the cell down to the ring below. I've never seen anything like that in a match, and I still today, that was 1998 and we're in 2016, and I've still never had my breath taken away from a match like that before. We're just forever just never realizing how that spot was able to be done. Foley is a guy that he cannot pass a the physical in order to wrestle anymore. So he's not able to actually have a physical part of WrestleMania. It's more than likely just going to be, given the Socko sock, or maybe just giving the mandible claw to it. That's sort of what I'm thinking is going to happen, where it's going to start off with some sort of a chain reaction, where, Mick Foley gives the mandible claw, and then, basically, because he's trying to help, that Shawn Michaels delivers a super kick, which turns into Rock giving him the rock bottom, and then he turns around and Stone Cold gives him the stunner. That's sort of my thoughts about what's going to be going down, but Foley being a part of Raw, it sort of gives you hope that maybe this is going to be something big, definitely with him talking to Shane McMahon, more than likely, with Undertaker not being a part of the show, but I don't know, man. With him not being able to get physical and know that he can't pass the physical, it sort of shows you that nothing might happen out of this. I'm not 100% sure how to say that, but I got hopes for it. We just have to see how it pans out.